Alright, so we have returned to the inn at Journey's Head, where it's now time to take on the side quests that are around here. So we have a total of 4 of them to look at. So we'll start over here with Wenrick. Yeah, a fellow Aura, and we'll get his quest entitled Absent Without Leave. Wenrick has more than his share of concerns, the morale of his chief among them.
Psst, do you have a moment? Please keep this to yourself, but one of my men has been acting strangely of late. As I'm sure you can appreciate, there are certain things that the gods here, myself included, may not wish to discuss openly. I hoped that you as an outsider may be able to find out what is troubling him. He is currently stationed a short distance south from here. If you could lend him your ear, I would be most grateful.
Alright, we can do that. Speak with a timid guard, huh? Well, here's my question. If he's timid, why is he guarding things? The fun times of leveling Fisher. Well, it's definitely something that encourages patience for sure. Yeah, it definitely requires a lot of it. Hey you, sir. What's going on? What brings you all the way out here? Well, your superior was worried about you. So you've been talking to Wenrick? Well, if you must know, I was thinking about leaving this place. It was all getting too much for me, and I felt like I was losing my mind one day at a time. Me and one of the others were planning on making a clean break, putting the inn behind us. But after seeing you and Alice, I changed my mind. I'm staying here, at least for the time being. Could you give a message to my friend? He was the one I was going to run away with. A Guardian chap. I'm not sure exactly where he'll be, but the watchman southeast of the inn should know. Tell him that I'm staying. I'd go myself, but I can't abandon my post. Please, I've got to let him know. And so now we're off. Well, it's good to know that you got all that stuff done there, Trishuka. So now we're going to a nonchalant watchman. Yeah, I guess that kind of says it in a nutshell, doesn't it? So let's go around and make our way over to where he is. And gonna be chilling out over here. Hello there.
Guardian bloke on patrol? You just missed him, I'm afraid. Said he wanted a breath of fresh air, so he went for a stroll. I tried telling him the air's no fresher up there than it is here, but would he listen? Would he bollocks? Anyway, last I saw he was heading north.
And so the search continues. Yeah, let's see if we can't find this guy. While trying to avoid the lizards, of course, as well as the giant ants. If at all possible. So yeah, somewhere over here. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Yeah, maybe these two know something about it.
I remember you. One of Alice's friends.
Yeah, that's right.
Staying? I thought so. That's why I left by myself. Reckon I'd get a bit further before being attacked by beasts, though. Just my bloody luck. Can you tell him I went alone, that I got away? Wouldn't want him to blame himself. It's my own fault. He was set on staying, but I talked him into leaving. I should have listened.
Yeah, not good. So now we gotta go back. Yeah, we gotta go back and find the timid guard and try and lie to him. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Let's do everything we can to roll on over and see what we can't do in regards to this matter. let's also make sure we can, as much as possible, try and avoid dealing with the bad guys. Yeah, get around behind the watchtower and we'll go ahead and meet up with them again. Hey there, we're back.
So did you give him the message?
He left that Araeng by himself, or he's gone. Yeah, we'll say he left by himself.
Well, I'm glad he didn't stay on my account. I wouldn't want to hold him back finding him a new life elsewhere. Still, I stand by my decision. It's the right thing to do, I know it. Come to think of it, Wenwick is probably wondering what's going on. If it's not too much to ask, would you mind speaking with him?
Yeah, I think we can. So back to the inn. And then we'll complete this challenge. But yeah, it does end with a sad story, unfortunately. Hey there. Is that so? It is better that both of them are being killed. We should be thankful for small mercies. In any case, I appreciate what you have done for us. And so, that quest is done. Now we'll move on to the next one. And your name is Voin? Well, it's a good thing your name isn't Vain. So let's go and speak with Lamon to take on his quest entitled Succulent Secretions. Lamon has a job to do, and he's hoping you will do it for him. Because of course. Looking for work by any chance? I'm supposed to be draining water out of these plants with these siphons, but I could use some help. As you probably noticed, the whole area is lousy with all sorts of hostile creatures, which means this is not a job for the faint of heart. I'd be fine if siphoning the water didn't take so long. While I'm waiting, I'm easy prey. If you could go in my place, I'll see that you're properly rewarded. Okay. And so away we go again. Yeah, heading out this way. And trying as much as possible to avoid being attacked. But then again, that's usually how it goes with these quests. Oh, stay away from me. Stay away from me. Yeah, let's get the siphon up before the lizard attacks. Whoa! Just barely. Yeah, that was close before I'd be forced to use my weapon on him. And yeah, just like that, boom, task's done. Yeah, that was quick and painless. Yeah, there are quite a number of quests like this that are just very simple like that. So let's turn this back over to Lamon. Finished already? Yep, right over here. Here you go. Satisfied? Very impressive. Are you sure you haven't done this before? Now you might be wondering why we go through the effort of siphoning from plants. There are easier ways to get water after all. Well, this stuff has a certain sweetness that comes in handy when making medicines. They tend to taste quite bitter, so this takes the edge off. Not that it makes the treatments any more effective, but the patients certainly seem to appreciate it. You have our thanks. And you're quite welcome, so I'll take experience skill, plus caramels, which are meant for healers. So that's 2 of the side quests done, 2 more to go. Let's now speak with this bleary-eyed guard to take on his quest entitled From Darts Till Dawn. The bleary-eyed guard appears to be suffering from a lack of sleep. You're one of Alice's friends, aren't you? I hear you have a knack for putting down troublesome beasts. Yeah, indeed we do. I'm not sure if that includes the supernatural, but walking courses known as Gilman have been running amok outside the south entrance. They grab anyone who wanders too close and drag them under the sand. I almost fell victim to them myself and I was lucky to escape. Thing is, I dropped my mother's pendant as I fled and I'd do anything to get it back. She was a patient here, you see, and it's all I have to remember her by. Luckily we found that enchanted dots from a blowgun and send the Gilman back to whichever hell they crawled from. My plan is to rush in and grab the pendant, so while you shoot those undead bastards from a distance. So will you help me? Yeah, this one's a little more unique. I knew you would. Come on, let's get this over with. So away we go. Yeah, this one's a little different. This is using something with a targeting mechanism on it. But this one works a little differently. You'll see why in a moment. I'm fairly certain I dropped the pendant by those ruins over there. As soon as I found it, I'll race back to the inn. In the meantime, I'll need you to keep the gimlet off my back. Here goes nothing. So yeah, we're gonna have to use the blowgun in a very different way. If any gilmen appear, shoot them with the enchanted darts. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target the gilmen and use the blowgun with X. But yeah, this is a little different than your regular targeting, because here, yeah, we gotta use them to do a speed element. I think I got him. Nope. Uh-oh. Oh, just in time. He was about to catch the guy. But yeah, that's the first time you have to use the speed element. And if you don't get all three in time, then it's not going to work. And also, you may have noticed that there's a break in the action between shots, so you can't just spam blowgun darts. And so back to the guard. Huh, they didn't like that very much, did they? And best of all, I got the pendant. Do you know, I've never seen such fine aim with a blowgun. The secret though lies in the darts. They were excavated from the ruins of Araeng. According to the historians, these same darts were used by the Naboth to destroy Gilman all those years ago. There were whole stockpiles of the things, in fact. Anyway, that's enough about ancient history for one day. More importantly, I'd like to thank you for all you've done. Please accept this thanks and give Alice my regards. Well, you're quite welcome. And we have one more side quest to do with Wilford here, so let's take on his quest entitled Like a Tons of Bricks. Wilford has the expression of a man awaiting imminent disaster. Excuse me, but I was wondering if you could help. One of the merchants from Mordsuc is on his way, bringing much needed supplies. The problem is, the wares we're offering in exchange have yet to arrive. If it were anyone else, they could be persuaded to wait, but this particular Mord has a reputation for being extremely impatient. He has even been known to call deals off over the smallest of quibbles. I'd be grateful if you could find out what's causing this delay. While you search for the porter, I'll try to buy some time. Alright. Many thanks. The delivery is expected to come from the southwest. Godspeed. Alright, let's go and find the man. See if we can't help him out a little. And also, hello to all of the new viewers who are joining us this morning. Thanks so much for being part of Shadowbringers Live. Please make sure you help support the stream by leaving a like, subscribing if you haven't done so, and letting people know on social media what's going on. Facebook, Twitter, whatever you may have to let them know what's going on. Your support is always encouraged and greatly appreciated. So let's roll over to the porter here. Sorry, didn't see you there. Is there something you want? Well, actually there is. Wilford sent you? Bloody hells, am I that far behind schedule? Anyway, these sacks contain half of our deal. Well, maybe a bit more than that. I got carried away and brought too much to carry by myself. It's a miracle I made it this far. Do you think you could help me cover the last stretch of the journey? Not far to go now, and these things are heavy, so watch your back. Remember, bend at the knees. So yeah, we have our first instance of a quest that we actually also did back in Stormblood, where we have to carry something from point A to point B without dropping it. So we have to get this back to Journey's Head in 60 seconds. And if we take any damage from enemies, we'll take a 10-second penalty. And so, here we go. Yeah, not easy when you have to run right next to all the Gilman. Gotta put up with all these zombies and their antics. Yeah, I'm getting pushed out here quite a bit. But as long as they stay away from me, we're all good. As well as the ants on the right. But it looks like we'll be fine. Just gotta make sure it gets to the person who needs them. And of course, if you don't make it in time, you have to start over. So, go around here, speak with the merchant. Hello there.
Late, late, late! If your friend did not pour such delicious tea, I would have taken my words back to Motsuk. Next time you won't be so lucky.
Well, we definitely dodged a bullet, though. Hey, Wolfort. That was a near thing if I ever saw one. I dread to think what we'd do without these supplies. Although I must say, I didn't expect that you would end up carrying the goods here yourself. That sack was full of adobe bricks, you know. Well, this is a strong male or raw. I think he can handle it. Considering that they're only made from clay mixed with water and straw, they last an incredibly long time. Even those excavated from the ruins are still perfectly adequate for building work. In fact, the more plan to use them in repairing their windmills. Still, bricks are bricks, far from the easiest things to carry over long distances. Perhaps next time we'll send more than one person to transport them. I think that's a good idea. Now that I think about it, this whole thing was very poorly planned. We're lucky we had you to help us on the occasion. Hopefully it won't happen again. And so there we go. All the side quests are now finished here in the inn, so now let's resume the main story by speaking with Odyssey's friend Tesleen to take on the level 70 main story quest entitled A Purchase of Fruits. Tesleen has the air of a woman being pulled in 10 directions at once.
I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alice? What? And twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there's something we can help you with.
Yeah, leave it to us.
I could do with a hand, it's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder, Alice. While we do that, could you tend to a few patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. Their names are Pernil, Todin, and Holwick. They may not give much in the way of a response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new.
So yeah, here they all are right over here. Starting with Pernil. Yeah. An elderly gentleman over here.
Thank you.
And then Todden. Yeah. Let's give a little miming action to help you out. Todden glances up at you blankly, but you notice the tension in his face sees slightly. And as for Holwick... Yeah, Holwick is a little aura boy over here. And he's the one we're going to have a cutscene with. Holwick remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. The texture of his skin has hardened into something akin to plaster. Is that why he looks so cold and lifeless? Alright, back over to Tesleen.
You've seen to the patients. How were they?
Well...
Good, that's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I'm concerned about Holwick, though. I'll have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. We shall leave you to have that discussion then. I was going to take Shinji to Motsuk if you have any errands there that need doing. Well, I suppose there is one thing. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Kassad's caravan just passed through, so Ronron should have some fresh fruits.
Alright then.
Come then, Shinji. There's something I want you to see. Right after we stop at Ronron's stall, of course.
Alright then, so back to Motsuk. So let's warp back over there. Yeah, thankfully it's not that far of a journey for us when you're warping. So yeah, heading back over to our old friend Ronron and his fancy food from last night. Hey Ronron.
Oh, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ronron's wares?
I think we're good.
Actually, we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock?
Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one, free of charge. Well, thank you so much. Gods, I've never seen a Maud merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Well, it was more of a gift than anything. Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. Yeah, you like that stuff? Oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. The worms if you please. Only the best regulars for you. Come again, my friends. Yeah, thank you so much. Right, that's our shopping chores taken care of. Let's head up past the aetheryte to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. Alright. So she wants to take us over there. So let's go ahead and follow. Oh, up the stairs. Yeah, I didn't even notice what I was running into. I was just so focused. Yeah, here we are. Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Oh, you used it as a favor. Please, Regulus! You actually brought them! I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once! Never fails, shall we? And so... yeah, let's take a visit to the top. And check out this desert landscape.
Look, over there, where the wall is broken.
Over there?
Do you see what lies beyond?
Yeah, there's actually water over there.
That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness.
Oh, it's not water, it's just more crystal. It looks like
Life
water.
cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance.
And so? What's on your mind?
That nectarine you bought. It's Halric's favorite fruit.
Oh, it is. Yeah, like, I had no idea. Yeah, this thing?
Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true.
That's not good.
Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn.
And you wish you could help them? Also, should I still be
Tesmine
holding
and the
this out?
patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals.
Oh, wow. You're like, really? That's how we kill them?
I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed?
Oh, yeah. But you were telling Corinne that. Yeah, not a promise you kept very well, was
let's just say
it?
I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons.
Oh, yeah.
But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless.
Yeah, are we really gonna do this to a kid?
On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
Yeah. This is a very cruel thought. So back at the bottom.
I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Araeng's lecturing. And I needed you to know beyond a doubt that Tesleen has no other choice. The nectarine will be a kindness. And it isn't just a threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond of their wards and will spare them that suffering. It is their way of fighting back against a fate worse than death.
So let's go ahead and head on back over to the inn. And so upon our return, let's go ahead and speak with Tesleen to give her the fruit that we obtained.
You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find the nectarine?
Indeed we did. Here you go.
Thank you. Alice has explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others and we've decided to keep an eye on Holwick for now. Thanks to you though, if his time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days.
Yeah, it's still a pretty creepy thought. So let's go ahead and move on to Tesleen's next main story quest entitled The Time Left to Us. Tesleen makes an effort to smile brightly.
Well, nothing is going to happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want gloomy faces worrying the patients. I think it's time for that welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat and I'll make us a nice stew.
Alright, thank you. And so sometime later, yeah, Alice and I in conversation. All the while we hold on to the nectarine.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
Well, thank you. Yeah, you needn't have gone to the trouble. Or I'll have another bowl. Well, yeah, you needn't have gone to the trouble.
Oh, it's nothing, really. And we do so rarely have guests. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get.
I guess so.
I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs.
Having a look over there.
I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death.
Yeah, she's got a lot on her
When my
mind.
mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one.
Well, that's good to know at least.
Yeah, this next one is really occupying our attention, isn't it?
It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
Well, they're not here anymore.
The Warrior of Darkness?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrent could tell you a version of it.
Well, I'm sure they could.
Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea.
Almost sounds like a prayer.
Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Yeah, he does.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
Yeah, you really think so? As we check out the other people in the inn. What are we all looking at? Did we hear something?
They're coming.
Apparently so.
Desleen! Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Uh-oh. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, that's not good if he's gone missing.
Shinji, Alice, we have to go look for Halric. I don't know what's gotten into him, but if he's wandering out there alone... We'll assign search areas and split up. Any idea where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before, but it can't be a coincidence that the other patients are suddenly so agitated. They can sense something. In any case, let's keep the search close to the inn. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so he won't have gone far. I'll search the east side. Please, Halric, please be alright. I'll cover the north and west, then. You take everything from here to the south.
So away go the girls, and now we'll be on our way too. Yeah, let's hope he has not gone too far. Because yeah, there are enough dangerous things around here as it is. Yeah, trying to avoid the lizards and the ants is hard enough. Especially when you're a little boy like Halric. Let's try and find him around here. You see no sign of Halric, maybe he went further west. Alright, back over this way. Yeah, we're picking up everything along the way. At least now we're not picking up the zombies. Yeah, you turn right back around. Yeah, I'm trying to find a little boy here. Hopefully you have not done anything to him. You scan your surroundings in search of Halric and suddenly find yourself under attack. Yeah, again, hit from a scorpion. Yeah, take this. Let's get this scorpion out. Yeah, you're going down, man. Take this and spin through. Before too long, you're down. Alright, go. Yeah, we had to fend off something. Hopefully it didn't get Ulrich first. Yeah, the search continues as the horde of Gilman continue relentlessly to come all after us. And so now we gotta go in between sandsuckers and lizards. Yep, we're gonna have to fight. Yeah. I didn't want to have to do this, but you leave me no choice as soon as I can fight. Right. Go! Alright, get ready to load up if we don't get him on this turn. Nope, we got it. Alright, keep looking. And now we're in cutscene. Checking the area out. Where is he?
Any sign of him?
Yeah, no such luck.
No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should keep looking. The Sin Eaters are out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can't hesitate at all here. Did we find him? Nope, but we did find a Sin Eater though. Maybe if we chase after him? Or her?
Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
Yeah, you got it. Let's go. Yeah, run you two, run! Yeah, after that Sin Eater.
There it is!
Yeah, he's found Ulrich.
Is that... Oh no!
Hopefully we can save him. Or maybe not.
Ulrich!
This is not gonna end well. Unless Tesleen comes to the rescue. Yeah, chops up a wing. Yeah, take that.
We have to run!
But then... Yeah, you take off a wing, I put my sword
Tesleen,
through you.
No!
Ouch. Yeah, she just got the Sephiroth treatment. And he just looks at her like, yeah, whatever.
We all deserve happiness. Wherever we can find it.
Yeah.
The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain. Mother, I...
Yeah. And then the sword is removed. And what happens next is gonna be pretty nasty. Yeah, you think screaming in pain is bad enough? Yeah, we were told about this, and now she's literally puking light on the ground. And he just looks at her like this is a horror story. And that also looks like it's from a horror story. Yeah, her skin is literally eroding away. And so is everything else. And what's left is a cocoon of feathers. And then within this heartbreaking cocoon is a brand new Sin Eater. And yeah, you can see how awful it looks.
No, 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 no!
Yeah, we could not save her. Yeah, even with a broken wing, she's flying away. And it's gonna take her new acquisition with her.
Forgive me, Elise.
And now, void of any control of her own mind, away she goes, leaving Alice Seda be in complete pain and sorrow. Yeah, one torn wing and one sword that's now deprived of its owner. And what do you mean that makes you laugh? Trishulka? Ah! Yeah, not much to say from Alice. I'm sorry, Shinji. I tried to tell the carers what happened, but I can't be the shoulder they lead on. Not like this. You know, we have to break the news on her behalf. Yeah, really, Trishulka? It's just so unfair. Tesleen was always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared, that there wouldn't be any pain. Of all the people in the world to suffer such a fate. Yeah, she probably did not want that, especially for herself, especially knowing what happened to her mother. Well, Fort, I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate what you're doing here. Me, I can barely... I don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial, and she cared about that sort of thing. About giving people the chance to say their goodbyes. Yeah, and all that's left for us is to talk with Ulrich one last time. To end this quest. But yeah, it's not like we've had much to say to Ulrich, even when Tesleen was getting turned. Ulrich is as unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up into the sky where the Cinder Eaters made their escape. And it's on that we get our experience in Gil. And with that, we'll now move on to a despondent Alice to take on the next main story quest entitled Tears on the Sand. Alice is lost in grief, and with good reason. Yeah. Try and reach out to her or say that you spoke with the carers. Thank you. Whatever you're doing, it means a lot to them. To me. Hey, you two. Sorry to interrupt her. We hadn't realized we hadn't thanked you for rescuing Ulrich. You weren't hurt at all, were you? No, we were fine. There wasn't even a fight. I was too late, too slow, and I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Ulrich back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing in my role here. I hope you'll forgive me for leaving you and that you will delay Ulrich's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time you can. Yeah, they're both like, what? We always do. Of course, she would have done the same. And so now, farewell, Ulrich. Keep Tesleen's words close to your heart. Yeah, if he could even say anything. But yeah, he's always been a mute like that. Wait, you're leaving this very moment? I understand he must feel, but surely this is very hasty? Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. This damned light, building without cease, is the reason we can't save those corrupted by the Eaters. But what if we corrected the balance? Even if it were only little by little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Now hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light, but how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. That's right. Well, she's usually dead set on things like this. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I've gained here to hurt them. Alright then. Yeah. Sorry to leave you two, but... yeah. Once the skull's set her mind on something, she's not changing it. So let's go ahead and teleport back towards Sook since it's closer. And from there, we will continue on. Away we go. Yeah, we have to head on back now to rejoin Odyssey at the Red Sarai so that we can ride on back over to the Crystarium. Yeah. So yeah, both Alpha Note and Odyssey have their stories end on sad notes. Alpha Note with standing up to the authority in Yulmore, and Odyssey with seeing her new best friend turn into a Sin Eater. Yeah, all told, neither twin is very happy right now. The Heart's Beat? That's a title I've never seen before. Probably a title gained here in Shadowbringers. Hey, Odyssey.
Forgive me, Shinji. I couldn't stay there a moment longer. But I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the inn battled against this blight with kindness, I must fight it in my own way. With steel.
From Eorzea's sword in darkness to Norvrand's sword in the light, or say nothing. Yeah.
Gods above, it feels like an age ago now.
Miss Odyssey, is there anything I can get you?
Your swiftest tomorrow. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately.
All's you wish. So yeah, we've come back and now we're about to reunite the twins. Yeah, let's say.
Remind me to wear goggles if we ever fly over Araeng again, and I've barely gotten the sand out of my eyes. But the wind did help to clear my head at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe out the Sin Eaters. Shall we?
And so away we go. Head on back to the Ocular. So over to the Docile Gate once again. And from there we will go and see the twins back together after a year apart. So, hey there Gatekeep, how have you been? It's been a while. Hey there, Odyssey. Let's talk to you.
Thank you for seeking me out, Shinji. It meant a lot to have you there at my side. And looking at Alpha Note, I'd say he's eager to begin this discussion as I am. I say we lay out our experiences before the Exarch and step back to see what kind of picture they make. Then we can decide where to go from here.
And so with that, Odyssey's storyline is now finished. And so that means now we can move on and speak to the Crystal Exarch. And as you may have noticed, all of our efforts have now gotten us halfway to level 72. So we'll be coming back here in a moment to see what the Crystal Exarch has to say.